No, I think it all boils down to reciprocity. Um, if you want something, you have to compliment. You have to match. I think men understand this more so than women. I think just because coming up, we're hit hard with if you're not meeting the standard one way or another, that you get told straight up no, 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 no. And then as you kind of gauge yourself and figure out kind of where your place is and where your purpose is and how you can stand on your square and offer a value proposition to someone in the area of attraction, then you know what you are and you know yourself, you know what you're worth, you know what you have to offer, and then you can make that case. So if you're not coming with the proper value, then you can't expect it to be successful in that. So as a man, you got to increase your attractiveness in the ways that is relevant. I think Jim is being healthy is key. I think being successful is key. I think being able to offer a vision for not just yourself and your future, but also a vision that could incorporate someone in there, and you could grow together. So that area of acumen and leadership, all these things are key with making you attractive as a man. And as a woman, from the other side, you have to also have those things that are going to make a man more gravitate towards you. And we I think universally we as men understand what makes us attractive to women. For some reason, they don't understand what makes them attractive to us. And in fact, some of the more attractive women are demonized for this. And you mentioned this earlier, Jr., where they try to mock these women for trying to be cooperative with men. That is one thing that is very attractive. You're more likely to be attracted to a person who has options if you can find a way to be a cooperative partner to them, as opposed to combative, competitive, in ways in which is irreconcilable, and also kind of slows people down and just drags them down and takes them off course of where they want to be. So the things that make women very attractive, unfortunately, we have this whole counterculture that's trying to socialize women into thinking that those things make them weak, those things make them vulnerable, those things are because they're naive, and all these other fill in the blank of the negative things. So I think men still understand what makes us attractive in general. It's just the disconnect is, I think, on the women's side, as to where they have lost sight of what men find attractive in them, and as a result, you're seeing marriage rates, become something that people don't even want to engage in anymore because they're having a lot of trouble finding someone who meets those qualities.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You got an understanding of it, lead attorney?
No, I was listening to David. He's like, men know what know what makes attractive. Men know what women want, but women don't know what men want. How is that the law of attraction?
Well, I can read the Wikipedia if that would help you.
Okay.
If you want that. So it's based on the belief that positive or negative thoughts bring positive or negative experience into a person's life. The belief is based on ideas that people and their thoughts are made from pure energy, and that a process of like energy attracting like energy exists, through which a person can improve their health, wealth, and personal relationships. Got it?
And I think so just be a positive person.
No, I think the key factors in the law of attraction too is that the unintentional version of it is called karma. The intentional version of it is called manifesting. Right, but it's all centered around positive and negative energy. So if you've ever read like The Secret or seen that DVD, the doc, I don't know if it's a documentary or whatever it is, but it's called The Secret. It has like what's the old boy name? Jack. Last name starts with a C. But it's a lot of
in The Secret, really.
I find it interesting. I found some nuggets I found some value in it. I mean, it's still.
I haven't read it, so you know more about it than me.
It's just basic stuff. It's the law of seed time and harvest, the law of reciprocity. I mean, it's the same thing. What you put out comes back to you. Yeah. What you put out is bound to come back to you. And so when I think about the law of attraction, well, you better care, because it's coming back regardless whether you want to or not. But I do think though that some of the key characteristics, I mean, like is karma and manifesting, right? And so, you know, we just got to be talking about how, you know, people get who they qualify for. You get who you qualify for, and the more you invest in yourself, you know, the more work you put in, you begin to attract. Like I believe, like energy attracts like energy. Like I believe I you know, it's rare you see somebody like that's high energy, highly motivated, surrounded by people that are just pessimistic or you know, those people, like it's rare that you see those people operating close in their circle. So I think as it pertains to relationship, and I think JRU was hitting on it in terms of presentation. I mean, you think about it, you know.
Let me just jump in real for a second because I think I see where you're coming from. Karma, you mentioned, right? You know, it's coming back to you and all this and all that. I get you. Do you think the world is fair? And if you do not think the world is fair, then how do you square that with karma?
So I mean, the other thing is that a lot of this stuff is like ancient mysticism, right?
I see. This is the BS that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't
with the crystal medallions and the you know and the tarot
you're not burning
cards
sage,
and
Lee, you're not burning sage through the house, man.
Right, burning the sage.
Yeah, I don't think it's a way to absolutely
cutting off
square
heads
it.
and rolling them down the pyramids and.
But we attribute a lot of things. We attribute a lot of things to karma, right? So, like, say somebody commits a crime, a heinous crime, and they go to jail, and they get street justice in jail, or you know, penitentiary justice, whatever they call it, right? We attribute that to karma a lot of times. So I don't think it's an exact thing where it's spot on all the time, and it doesn't always manifest exactly in the way that you gave it out, right? But it comes back, and we attribute a lot of things to karma.
Okay, because people tend to say, you know, especially people tend to say just generally that, you know, there's no fairness in the world. You know, you can't count on things being fair. But if karma is so great, and it seems like if you put out good, you get back good. That sounds fair to me. You put out bad, you get back bad. That sounds fair to me. Where's the unfairness if there's karma, if there's karma and law of attraction and all this? I don't understand where the unfairness comes in at.
Yeah,
I just don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like I said, I don't think it's it's an exact science too, because I think it's like even when we get to having like conversations around religious beliefs, right? It's one of those things where you know, people who say, well, you can't prove the existence of a God, or I can't prove I can't disprove the existence of God. So I think it kind of plays into that. But I do believe in what Shan was saying in terms of universal law.